Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I finally decided on a name for my new YouTube channel. I went with Bold Beauty. It was actually something I came up years ago for when I was young. I always wanted to open a fashion store, which, last couple of years my dreams have kind of changed a little bit, so I decided to use it for my YouTube channel instead. So it is Bold Beauty. It means be original, live dramatic. It's always, I guess, kind of something I try to go by. Be myself, be dramatic, be who you want to be. Why are we on an ad? Can you tell me that? Okay, there we go. So, I finally decided on it, and I'm very happy with the name. Eventually, maybe I'd like to even make like a t-shirt or a sweatshirt, but that's like a far off dream. So we're going to do our makeup today, and we are going to do a blue look. I never do blue looks. I never think they go with my eyes that well and stuff, and they're just always so dramatic, and I don't do dramatic looks a lot. I do more neutrals and stuff like that. So I just figured we would go in and do a blue to be fun and be extra. I love to say extra, I get it from Brad Mondo, obviously, live your extra life. But it's just, why wouldn't you want to be extra? You know what I mean? Is that just me? So we're going to go in. I already did actually moisturize and then prime my face just because I wanted to let my primer sit in before I went in with concealer and eyes and all of that. So I already did prime my face with the same primers I showed you guys in my last video, both by Maybelline, the Master Prime and then the Blur Stick one that I like. This one's kind of moisturizing and just kind of buffs it all down, but this is really good for covering pores. It just, dropping it, it really makes your pores look smaller. So I got my music going in the background and we're good to go. You guys are gonna see me hit my little THC pen while I'm filming. I do have my medical card, so just so you know, but I don't smoke cigarettes or anything. Definitely not. So we're gonna go on and put some concealer on my eyes as almost like an extra prime, but it's kind of more just like our base. I don't use a concealer that's super lighter than my skin. I use one that's pretty much my skin tone. I don't like that super bright eye look, which I know I actually used to kind of go for years ago, but now I kind of think it just looks like you went to the tanner too much with, those goggle things on, and that's why only your eye area is brighter. I mean, I think there's a difference between slightly brightening your eyes and this part looking white and the rest of you looking dark. Maybe that's just me. Now we're just patting that in, and you guys are getting to see my nails, I guess, that are already grown out and kind of looking terrible because my job beats the crap out of my hands. So I already kind of need to get them done again, but we do not have that in this paycheck, so maybe in a week or two, but I don't even know what I want to get done next, or if I just want to do them myself and do my own fill, because I usually do my own nails. I went and got them done as a little extra treat, and me and my friend were talking about continuing to get them done together, but it's just so much money. And I do have all of these stuff to do it myself. I have the dip stuff, I have a gel kit, I have I think just the actual regular acrylic. Essentially I have all of it. I've done multiple nails on myself over the years, just because I've never fully always been able to go to the nail salon and continuously get my nails done. It's just more of like a splurge thing that I can do every once in a while. That's really about it. But I honestly want to branch out with my nail color choices because I feel like I always go to like the same ones. Like this one is kind of not something I would normally do just because like I love this blue, but I don't usually think it looks good on my hands. I don't think that it looks bad this time, honestly, and I do like the little water color kind of detail on the one nail, but I don't know. I want to do something completely different next time, but also something not like I normally do either. I don't know. Like different from this, but different still from what I normally do. I've always wanted to do like the foil piece nails too, like the gold foil pieces embedded into like the gel or the poly gel. I've always really wanted to try those. I think those are gorgeous. I just don't know. Guess maybe I could get them at Cosmoprof. I know they don't have them at Sally's at my mom's store, but maybe they have them at Cosmoprof, which I can get in because Sally's is their sister store, as long as I go with my mom. So now I set my eye a little bit. This is something that I have used for years. I actually do really like it. It's e.l.f., which I do like a couple of their products. I had an eyeliner pen for the longest time from them that was actually really good. It was just like a regular felt tip eyeliner pen. And eventually, the tip did die, but it was really good when I used it. This, I want to say, is their like eyeshadow setting powder. Like it's a non-creasing setting powder, if I remember the description. I had lots of issues with eyeshadow always creasing no matter how much concealer and primer and etc. that I put on. So I went and bought this. It comes in just like a tiny little container. And it's just a literal like translucent setting powder. It doesn't have any color on it. Like it doesn't, ow, just caught my own nose. It doesn't have any color on it or anything like that. It just sets your eyes so that they do not crease is all. Why is my phone battery like always dead when I go to film? I don't know. Also, my super extra coffee cup that is filled with water currently. Usually though, I use it for my matcha lattes, which I got from Brad Mondo. Thank you very much, Brad Mondo. I am officially obsessed with matcha lattes. I don't know if he makes them the same way that I do. Like, I actually just found this matcha latte concentrate that you can buy, and like it looks like a little like container thing like this, almost like box milk that you can buy on the cupboard, like on the shelf. It's like that, and I buy that, and then it says that you mix it 50-50 with milk or milk substitute, whatever you prefer. And I do that, and it says you can make it hot or cold. I do prefer mine cold. I liked the iced matcha lattes, but they literally, like, I can't do coffee. I have issues with coffee. It does not work well with my stomach, and I kind of like really needed something that is like a caffeine boost for me, and matcha latte seems to work well with my stomach and not upset it too much, and they're delicious. Like, I remember the first one that I tried, I added a little like honey to it because I was afraid it wasn't gonna be like sweet enough, or that it would be, I don't know, I guess too bitter and I wouldn't like it or something, you know? And I wanted to like it. So I added honey to it, and it was too sweet. Like, I liked it a ton less with the honey than I did just by itself, because the next one I made just pure matcha 50-50 with the milk, and it was amazing. And I usually have at least about one a day now. Sometimes if I'm feeling like I need a little extra, I'll have 2 matchas. So we are just doing a little, goodness, I swear I can't talk today. We're doing a little transition color is all. I still like to put just a crease, like a nice neutral crease color right here as a transition in between the blues and stuff, so it's not just like straight up blue. I don't know, that's how I do it. So this is out of a Palladio palette. It's the Island Vibes. It's got lots of neutrals, and I'm just taking this kind of light neutral right here and slowly taking it in my crease, moving it upwards and fading out that color. Just taking it up. We're doing a pretty dramatic eye today, so. Okay. That's fine. And we're just gonna go get started with our blues. Okay. I think we're just gonna go ahead and take this dark blue right into the corner, and then I think our eyelid is gonna be a mixture of these two, a little pop of that one up in the far up, is what I'm thinking. I know it looks like quite aggressive right now, but it will get better. I am not quite sure what's playing right now. I just have like a music thing going that plays uncopywritten music, like background music essentially, and I don't really get to choose what it plays though. I'm not quite sure what's happening right now. got that darker color placed, we're going to go ahead, oh wow, lots of excess came off. Go and take a slightly less darker blue. Just bring that in. Beautiful. So we're kind of taking it into the corner and then putting it about the middle of our lid. Just like that. And now we're going to take that very sparkly blue. Okay. See, it does really make my eyes look a lot darker to also do so, to do all these blues, you know what I mean? So, it's a reason I don't do them often, but thought we'd play with it a little. So I am going to go back to my neutral palette. I'm going to take a slightly darker neutral and kind of put it in that transition with the blue. Okay. And we'll take that lighter color too that we had earlier, bring that up a little more. These are going to be some very dramatic eyes. Like, hello, dramatic. Okay. Okay. That's why I always do my eyes first, because fallout. Okay, and then we swiped that really pretty light blue right across the lid too, and in the inner corner, because we wanted we wanted to create like that light patch right there, so that when it catches the middle of my eye, it catches that. Okay. The hair flip. Okay. What? No, it's too light. Actually, okay. Take this light color. Perfect. I don't know why I keep closing this and then like reopening it. Like, we're going to take a little bit of that dark blue we started with. Bring it down. This is, I believe, a Wet n Wild one. It's like their little eyeliner eyebrow one. I think I just stabbed it. I use that sometimes for like using eyeshadow like eyeliner like this. Perfect. Take a little bit of that slightly darker blue. Ooh, she is smoky eye. Ooh. Kind of look like we got bags underneath the eyes a little bit. I always have Q-tips around here, but now they're missing. Okay. Okay, so before I do any eyeliner, I'm going to set my brow hairs so that I can fill those in. I'm using my same, it's the Ardell Brow Confidential. It's technically the duo one, but I don't use the tinted one, just the clear, just to brush them out like so, so that I can go in and fill them in. I still do need to get a new liquid eyeliner, so right now I just have my little gel liner from Maybelline. I'm just gonna line tightly to my eyes. Okay. My nose itched. Okay, so before we put on any sort of foundation, I'm going to take, I use a lot of Maybelline products, because Maybelline is sold at Sally's, and I get a lot of my stuff at Sally's. So this is their like color corrector concealer. I use the green one for acne, obviously. Kind of take it and I dot it around, and then I use the little spongy thing it comes with to kind of buff it out. Kind of like that. Goodness, my nose itches. So now that we've got that all kind of covered like that, now we're going to go ahead and take our foundation, the Collab foundation. I only use a little bit. We're just going to start off applying it everywhere with our fingers. So now that we're looking pretty white and sickly, I have to wipe it off my lips. Okay. Now we're going to take our powder and we're going to set our face. Oh, I just hit my microphone. Where's it? Okay. So now that we have that all set, you can go in with a bronzer. So I have my Collab bronzer, but I also do have this one that I do like. It's Beauty Benefits, and I literally got it at the dollar store, I'm not gonna lie. And it's a very like matte brown. I like to use this one first to kind of go in, and then I put my sparkly one on top of it. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're gonna take on like we're gonna take my full on like contouring brush and do that. take that on. Okay. Now we're going to take the other bronzer and go over top with our more fluffier brush and kind of soften out a little bit that contour, just because I'm not usually such a harsh contour person. I'm more of a soft bronzy contour. And just like I did in my last one, I like to bring my bronzer up because I like to have a full sun-kissed look. Just like that. Bring it up a little right there. I am going to go back in with my other bronzer, and we're just going to take that along up here. I do not just like outline though my forehead. I like to bring it down, and then we're gonna outline my jawbone. And help decrease that double chin a little bit. Okay. Now that we're good with that, I'm gonna go in and take my highlighter on my cheekbones. I'm gonna take this little brush. I honestly am not one of those girls that's like, oh, don't wear too much highlighter. Like, wear how much highlighter if you want. You want to sparkle like a damn unicorn? Cover your whole face in it, girl. I don't mind being a little extra sparkly. I'll even take it up a little bit on my brow bone. Kind of dust it. Dust it across my nose. Ooh, honey. Like that, and then Cupid's bow, which I have my little piercing there, which I love. I've been wanting to kind of get a different one though lately, like maybe like a bigger jewel, maybe some color in it is kind of what I've been thinking, but I don't know. Okay, so before we do anything else, I do need to fully fill in my brows because I set them earlier, but I did not fill them in. So I guess the biggest thing with my brows is I follow their natural shape. They do not match ever. I follow the direction that the hairs grow in for the little swipes that I do. And I do try to keep them little swipes, not big lines, because I just don't think it looks right. Okay. There's my brows. They definitely do not fully match, but this is pretty much the shape they've taken. I can't get them to grow in much anymore. They just kind of grow outwards. So okay, so now I think we're gonna go ahead, apply mascara, and then apply lashes. We're using our Tarte Man Eater mascara. Why we let that dry. Get our lashes out. So these are just an LA Colors one, honestly, actually from the dollar store, but they're really not that bad. They're pretty kind of, oh goodness, this lighting is not going to be right for this. But they're pretty kind of natural looking, like they don't have the big band and they're not all just like uniform straight. Like I kind of like the ones that are varied because they look more natural. Everyone's got their own preference, but and then I always cut off a little chunk at the end because they never are short enough for my eyes. Ever. I don't like to have that. Shit. Don't drop it. I don't like to have it be not sticking in like the front of my eye. You know, like super long, it won't stay. I don't like that. I'd rather just cut a little bit off. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and apply our Duo Lash Glue. And then we're going to grab our tweezers. Tweezers just always seem to help me put them on. If they don't work for you, you don't have to, but they just always help me. I'm kind of loving this blue eye look. It's kind of making me want to do blues more often. Tell me what you guys think. I do actually love my eyes. I know when I was little, all I wanted was blue eyes. Like, all of my friends had blue eyes. I feel like all these people I knew had blue eyes, and I wanted blue eyes so bad. And now I love my eyes. I wouldn't trade them for anything. I do love that I have my mom's eyes and that I have my grandma's eyes, but it's weird because they're all different in a little way. We all have this gold, like, ring around our pupil. I call it the ring of fire. But mine are more like green hazel, where my mom's are more like a little bit more on the brown side, and my grandma's are more of like a caramel. Like, so they each kind of change, but they're still like the same. Like, if you looked at my grandma and then you looked at me, you would know where I got my eyes from. Come on, get tacky. And then we're going to go in with the lipstick, which I think we're just going to go with like a kind of deep nude, since our eyes are so extra. Fully dry. Excuse me, my throat just keeps sounding like a frog. I swear I'm not sick or anything. It's just like allergies and stuff, you know. My throat gets a little dry from like talking a lot and stuff too. So we're going to apply the lash glue to the other lash. And now we wait for this one to dry. You know, I was trying not to make this an hour-long video, but we're already at like 45 minutes. So it's kind of looking like it's going to be an hour-long video. I think I may have glued a lower lash too. There we go. I totes did glue a lower lash to my lashes. So, quick little outro for my last video. My phone died while I was putting on my second lash, so all I did was put that on and then apply that lipstick that I showed you earlier, and that is the finished makeup look for today. I am quite in love with how these blues work together. I think it looks beautiful. Let me know what you guys think. Also, while my makeup was done, I decided to film my next video, which is going to be showing you my swimsuit collection. They are not like new purchases except for the one that I'm currently wearing. They are all previous purchased swimsuits, but most of them are ones that like I love, and I thought I'd show you guys. And then obviously, if I do get any new swimsuits, I will show you in a haul. So stay tuned for my next video. Bye, guys.